Hey, what's up, folks? Jay Barrino here, continuing StarCraft Mass Recall, a StarCraft Brood War remake, and StarCraft 2, moving right along through Rebel Yell. We're going to be starting Revolution here. It's our first mission on Antigua. The few Antigua missions I always found to be a little challenging, just because in this one in particular, you are forced to island hop. Well, not really island hop per se, but you have to drop. Just kind of monotonous, in my opinion, but that's okay. Secret staging area, second moon of Antigua Prime.
Hey man, headquarters has begun analysis of the discs. They expect to have them decoded shortly. I hope whatever's on those discs is worth it.
Receiving incoming transmission from Arcturus Minsk.
You and Captain Reyna have done well, Commander. I believe our efforts have weakened the Confederacy's grip on the fringe worlds. But our job out here isn't done yet. Lieutenant Kerrigan, my second in command, will elaborate.
I'll get straight to the point. Our sources tell us that Antigua Prime is ready to begin open revolt against the Confederacy. Unfortunately, the Confederates seem to be aware of this as well. They've stationed a large detachment of Alpha Squadron troops there, under the command of General Duke.
It will be your job, Commander, to free this colony and show our good intent to the Antiguan people. Lieutenant Kerrigan will help you deal with Duke's officers. The rest of the Confederates are yours to deal with.
Alright, bring Kerrigan to the Antiguan Command Center, defend the Antiguan rebels. Raynor and Kerrigan must survive. I see that they've modified Kerrigan's portrait a little bit. I actually like it. I've seen some people giving some shit on the forums. This is my first time seeing it. I don't see what the big fucking deal is. Let's get going here. The old Kerrigan portrait was just a reskinned Nova with red hair. So I think it's better that they gave her a separate portrait. Colonial Supply Base, Antigua Prime. Those trucks need to stay in their lane. That's very dangerous. Alright, here we go. Jim Raynor, we're gonna hotkey you, and we're gonna find Sarah Kerrigan right away. We've got a planetary profile here for Antigua Prime. Again, you can pause and read that if you'd like. Better yet, you can play it yourself, and you can read those in your own codex. Very exciting. Alrighty, let's get going. Head on down here, talk to Kerrigan.
This should be good.
What? I haven't even said anything yet.
Captain Raynor, I finished scouting out the area and... You pig!
What? I haven't even said anything to you yet.
Yeah, but you were thinking it.
Oh, yeah. You're a telepath. Look, let's just get on with this, okay?
Right.
I like how we can see Jim Raynor in the Vulture. It's just a neat little
I'm waiting.
addition. All right, Kerrigan, stay in the back. We've got a character profile for Sarah Kerrigan. Same deal as with Antigua Prime. This is the first mission, the first appearance of Sarah Kerrigan, interestingly enough. Let's get in there. Wait, what's happening here? Are we blocked by a doodad? I suppose that's a creative little thing there.
I gotcha. I hate these things. They can sense me even when I'm cloaked. We should take these out.
Yes, ma'am. Okay, these missile turrets are down, and the implication is you move in with Kerrigan and lock down some wraiths. I mean, we'll figure out what we want to do here. Let's just inch up with my heroes. Jim Raynor can be healed.
It'd be a pleasure.
Jim Raynor can be healed. Sarah Kerrigan can cloak and also be healed because we have medics turned on. So, no problem either way. Whatever happens to these heroes, I like to use Jim Raynor to tank some bunkers up ahead, so we shouldn't let him take too much damage.
Lieutenant Kerrigan,
Let's move on in here. I think the one bunker we have to deal with has like one Marine and one Fireman in it, so ultimately Jim Raynor won't take too much damage either way. So, let's just lock down. It's not L, it's T. L is what it was in StarCraft 1. Okay, so let's just get in there. Yeah, we'll take a little bit of damage from this one Wraith. Shouldn't be able to actually kill us. Lockdown is such a good ability. It's so annoying, and it lasts forever. It really is a wonderful ability when you're using it, and just the worst when an enemy uses it on you. It's kind of like Reavers in that way. Okay, so let's move on up. There's one bunker in our way that we're going to have to destroy so that we can destroy a missile turret to get to the main base. Or we could just run by it. We could also just run by it. But you know what? Let's stick to the original plan. Let's move in with Jim Raynor and just start attacking it. So again, I think there's like a single Marine in this bunker. No big deal at all. Oh dear. One of my Marines almost took a little damage. Oh god. Okay, so now she still has enough energy. Oh, wait. Well, we actually have to destroy the missile turret. But we blow this up, and then we can just run her in. In the original game, when you ran in, it just made a little sound effect, and it says, Kerrigan kills the Confederate officer. Or something like that. Assassinates the Confederate officer. And then she pops out of the command center. Now, in the last version, they had added a neat little cutscene, which I'm assuming is still there. I like how they even keep the text. Kerrigan kills the Confederate officer.
I've taken care of business on this end, Commander. I think the Antigans are ready to back us up, too.
That's right. We've tolerated these Confederate goons long enough.
All these neat little touches are just great. All right, you guys get mining. We'll worry about repairing later. Let's just start doing this. We can bring our... Well, we can just let the Antigans deal with this. They've got some high ground advantage here. Come down and repair some of this stuff. We don't want anything to burn down. Actually, nothing's really in danger of burning down. Let's just make a bunch. Let's just queue up a butt ton of SCVs. Let's move Jim Raynor and our Marines into the base.
Commander, I'm picking up a large Confederate strike force advancing on our position.
Well, they're not wasting any time.
Well, they're not wasting any time. Alrighty. So just with I think the ratios of the sizes of buildings in StarCraft 2, this base is a lot more smashed in than it used to be. I remember the depots were a little further away, and you had some room near your command center, and the minerals were a little further away too. We don't have to worry about that. This guy belongs in this bunker. Let's get ourselves a medic when we can. I don't think we have an academy, actually. Okay, so let's bring these units down here. Now, in the original, I always talk about the original. It's fun to, it's interesting and neat to kind of look back on what's been changed. So the enemy very rarely dropped you here. The map is sort of set up as if the enemy's supposed to drop you here, and they never really did because the AI couldn't really be, well, I mean, it could be programmed, but Blizzard generally just set the AI to do its own thing in StarCraft 1 for most of the time. Not every time, not all the time, but most of the time. They just, set it to a difficulty, and then it would do its own thing. So it would, occasionally they would send a few things here, and they would come from up in this direction, but they rarely actually dropped here where you would expect them to come from. So in Mass Recall, where everything is programmed, all the AI attacks are programmed, because this is all custom. This is all completely custom, you have to keep in mind. They're programmed, I believe they bring wraiths and attack you over here, and then they drop on you down here. So we just have to be prepared for that. Why don't we bring Kerrigan down here too? She's got snipe. That's an extra ability again. Not something you need to have. You can turn it off. So if you want to be a Brood War purist, which is absolutely fine. StarCraft 1 purist, excuse me. I figure if you're a StarCraft 1 purist, that means you'd probably take offense to me calling this Brood War, but colloquially it means the same thing, StarCraft 1. Anyway, enough of that. If you're a purist, you can just turn everything extra off such that you are exclusively playing with the stats and the units that you would have expected to see in the original StarCraft, which is wonderful. I think that's just a wonderful option. Okay, so here they come already, actually. Now, I expect our Antiguan bunkers to do just fine. We do have a high ground advantage. We just send an SCV over here to repair. Never mind. You know what? I take it back. It's not going to be just fine. Why don't we just back away and lure them into my next bunker? Easy peasy. Okay, Academy is just about done. I will just rebuild that bunker. It was in a very nice spot. Can I rebuild that bunker? Maybe it wasn't in such a nice spot. Well, we'll put it there. We'll lift this up. It's weird that you get two factories because there's literally nothing in the factory that I want to buy or purchase or utilize in any fashion on this map, that's for sure. Let's send an SCV down here because I'd like to set this up as soon as possible. We're going to need missile turrets around this edge too because they bring a bunch of wraiths. The setup of the map is actually a little annoying where it's challenging to set up those turrets where you want them to be. Okay, so let's go ahead and hotkey these and start making some medics. So what do we need? We need some dropships and we need some wraiths. We need some wraiths to clear the skies, and we need dropships to actually get Marines across the gap. So wraiths take the longest, so I'll probably focus on them first. Actually, the first thing I'll probably end up doing is just going ahead and setting up my second command center down here. I've got this guy primed and ready to go. Keep in mind, we are in hard difficulty. Who knows what the enemy's going to do? Just get some extra SCVs, throw an extra one on gas. We're going to need more gas than minerals in the long
Base
run.
is under attack.
All right, so here they come down here. Got the Wraiths coming in. A reasonable amount of Wraiths, too. We'll just set up some turrets down here and up here, and things will be just fine. You can see that Marines and bunkers actually handle Wraiths just fine. It just depends on which angle they decide to attack me at. Honestly, taking this base isn't even that necessary. If you can get a couple dropships and just get across the gap as soon as possible, you'll probably be in good shape, at least in the original. Obviously, this is different than the original, though. I probably should have lifted and moved to another location, because now this is walled in. Honestly, that's really not a big deal, I don't think. We'll go ahead and hotkey mod command centers. Don't know why I just had a little twang there. Okay, we're gonna definitely need an engineering bay. We want to get those upgrades, and we want the ability to make missile turrets. I definitely don't have an engineering bay, do I? No, I do not.
Complete.
Okay, we'll throw this down, come down and repair this soon enough. We can start scanning. Usually this is where I drop. I clear this area out. I cleared this area out, I should say, and drop right here. This is, in my opinion, it's the least defended area. There's Wraiths just ringing the island. And they may all just come and respond to me. I don't know. I really don't know. Another thing you could do is I could throw Sarah Kerrigan in a bunker. She does 30 damage versus small. So any infantry that they send, which is going to be the majority of their attacks, are going to be pretty negligible. Just because she's going to two-shot all of them. It's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. Okay, let's just keep making supply depots, not anything else that I was about to say. Definitely, I was going to say depots. Okay, so we got our add-on here, which means we can make drop ships. Let's go ahead and start our infantry weapons, and then I'm going to focus on my air game. I need a couple Wraiths. I would say like 6 Wraiths is realistically all you need. I'll go ahead and get another comsat station here, even though we don't need it. But, you know, the more the better. We're going to see some Wraiths flying around trying to cloak and be assholes on this mission, so we'll save our energy. I will get Apollo reactor early. For a second, I thought that one of my spider mines was used. I'm like, I didn't get attacked up there. They like to attack up here in the original. I don't know if they're going to be going up there in this remake. I'll throw a bunker down just in case. Okay, and then again, I want to get Apollo reactor so that my new Wraiths can start building up as much energy as possible. And then we'll get cloaking later. It's really just getting this so that they have the energy reserves to hold the energy when we really want them to. It's really hard to tell if we're oversaturated or undersaturated here. I frankly have no idea. I mean, I feel like my income is decent. I'm just going to keep making SCVs down here, and then I'm going to use my extra money to make turrets. Pretty much just in a nice little cluster down here to defend me from those Wraiths. As you saw, they tried to skirt by me. Actually, we don't even need that third one further away. I think this group right here can make one up top as well. Well, there is already one up there. See, the issue is right here. We could build behind these trees. That'd be a good cluster, but I also want the bunker to support me. With U-238 shells, my Marines should be able to easily hit them. They're just sitting here waiting to attack me. Where are they going to go? I'm going to suspect probably in this area. So let's go ahead and set up a couple extra turrets down here. Again, because this is where I'm expecting them to come. And I'm going to make a big ring. More than I need. I think that's fine, actually. More than I need, though. Really just depends on where they're going to end up. Can make one up here, too. We're not really going to be using this ramp, so we can block it off if we really want to. Okay, and now I think this is where we want some Wraiths. There's the air attack that I was thinking about. So let's go ahead and move Sarah Kerrigan and my Marines down here.
Base is under attack.
So see, they're just these sneaky little asshole attacks where you don't really have room to make turrets where you really would like to. Just kind of a pain. I mean, I could throw down a turret here. Again, I don't want to block myself too much. I want to be able to maneuver a little bit. There is an attack coming up here. I vaguely remember these vultures because I remember having an issue because, see, they don't... The vultures are hovering, so the spider mines don't do anything to them. It's actually quite interesting. So here's hoping Jim Raynor doesn't just die here, and he's not looking too good. Let's see if we can get these other units over here in time. Honestly, well, okay, let's move him now. My poor medics, down they go. There's a little treat for all you people that don't like me having medics on this map. Okay, and those spider mines seemed a little confused. They seemed a little confused with what they were doing here. Let's get armor. Got some more Wraiths coming up. Probably just going to make even another barracks down here so that we can reinforce quickly. And yeah, so these Wraith attacks coming in, I'm just going to make another turret. It's going to path block a little bit, but I think it's going to be absolutely worth it. I could just lift this and move it somewhere because I don't need these I don't need these factories. I'm not going to be building really anything out of them, so that will allow me some room to make more turrets where I'm expecting them to come and attack me from.
I'm ready.
Let's go ahead and toss these fellows into a bunker. And then just keep making those Wraiths. We'll get cloaking. And then just start making Marines. And maybe another starport would be prudent. Again, the faster we can build drop ships and Wraiths, the better off we'll be. So I'm pretty sure that that's one of the largest... Those are some of the largest attacks we can expect to see. You saw those vultures come in. They can barely even make it through a bunker. Those spider mines still haven't detonated. I mean, they couldn't. They can't hit hover. When I play this in version 5.4, I remember saying, like, why can't they do this? And there were some helpful commenters who were like, oh, they're hover. That was the first time I ever actually realized that, was when I played this and someone pointed that out. I never knew that. I mean, I never really utilized spider mines that much in my original playthroughs of these games. Okay, so once we get... Just waiting for 100 minerals. There we go. So once we get... let's just make Wraiths here, and then we'll make dropships out of our second starport once it's done. Our income is looking pretty good. I mean, it's looking fine. This group of minerals is kind of a pain to mine from. There's some like this patch right here, I don't even think an SCV can reach. This one here, I don't think an SCV definitely can't reach. It's like almost silly that they're placed in that way. Are you stuck? I mean, we can get them out of there once we get dropships. That's fine. Okay, so really once this is done and we pump out, I would say 4 dropships.
Our SCVs are under attack.
All right, so only a couple Wraiths are making it over here, and then they're getting picked off. So only a couple are making it through, and this is fine. We leave one SCV to repair. You can go ahead and scan. One thing you want to make sure of is when you scan is keep an eye out, because there are spider mines just planted all over this base. Not all over the base, but in a decent amount. And they're a hassle to deal with, so just be aware of them, and you'll be fine. All right, more Wraiths coming in, primarily Wraith attacks. You saw that there was a large... Well, I can scan it again. It's gone now, so they're going to be dropping on me somewhere.
This is Jimmy.
I don't know where, but they're going to be dropping on me somewhere with that large group of units. It might be over here. Who knows? I think we'll be okay. We've got U-203 DHLs. We've got our Marine upgrades now from inside the bunkers. All right, now we're going to... All right, they're coming at me from down here. So let's get in there with my groups of units here. Get this Wraith out. It was expensive. The Marines are cheap. They're not expensive, so who cares, right? Oh, terrible. Terrible, terrible. Let's just get some more Marines, and we need depots, actually. So let's cancel these, because I would much rather start at least one dropship. We got to get those going. I don't know why I'm rushing. I mean, there's really no reason to rush. You can take your time. Enjoy yourself a little bit on these missions. Absolutely no reason to rush. Though, you know, if someone watches me play Revolution for 45 minutes, I imagine that they would kind of roll their eyes and think, what the fuck was he doing this mission? All right, don't you worry. We've got my dropships coming up. Jim Raynor and Sarah, I'm just going to leave home. Though it is tempting to bring them. I think I will. I don't see why not. We've got some medics. We'll bring an SCV or 2, and we should be fine. So here come the dropships. I think these dropship models look quite good. They're pretty big, though. I mean, I'm not like though, like, oh, they're pretty big, though, as if to say that's bad. I think they're neat looking. I like them a lot. So this was not the place to put the spider mines, because there's a goofy little spider mine attack that comes at you. Let's see. I already foresee the comment. Jay Barino makes dropship, leaves SCV stuck behind turrets. So there you go, straw man. I went ahead and got my SCV out. Now I feel like I've become jaded in some fashion. Alrighty, so let's get some more medics. That's what happens when people nitpick your every move when you're playing a game. That's just how you get. You can't help it sometimes. All right, more supply depots coming up, and it's just getting more and more infantry. This is, honestly, we're kind of pushing overkill right now. I think this amount of Wraiths, let's just go ahead and cloak. Come on down here. And start looking for some of these Wraiths. You know what? It looks like they... Okay, they're scanning. We don't even need to stay cloaked. It looks like they have brought most of their Wraiths across the way. Let's just go ahead and load up in these dropships and move across the way. How's this going? No problem. So this is where... Well, this is not good, but let's get on down here and drop near the bridge before all my Wraiths die. As long as we get some Marines down on the bridge, we're fine. I just queued up 10 Wraiths because I had the money for it. Okay, went ahead and used Stim. What a dream. We'll send the dropships back, and we're just going to keep making Marines. And that's all of our money because I queued up a billion Wraiths. We don't need that many Wraiths. We'll get some more Wraiths. Okay, let's go ahead and bring across our next group, including Jim Raynor and Sarah Kerrigan. They're going to help us clean this base out a little faster. Look at those medics. They're already low on energy. I probably built them fairly recently, and that's why. So there were a decent amount of Goliaths down here. Let's scan for the spider mines and kill them while we're here.
Go ahead, HQ.
One bad spider mine could really just spell doom for me, so let's just make sure we keep scanning and get rid of them. Again, those are kind of in shitty spots. Don't forget this refinery. You do have to kill everything on this map, I think. It's possible that supply depots and refineries are actually excluded, but don't quote me on that. I honestly don't know. All right, get out of there. Yeah, let them attack the bunker instead. All right, but really, why don't you? So that was a bit of a disaster. I just sort of stopped looking, and then apparently like 8 Goliaths came out of nowhere, and I lost all my Wraiths. But honestly, it's really... you build the Wraiths here to clean out their Wraiths and make sure that there's no possibility of them picking off your dropships along the way. And indeed, we did that, no problem. Let's go ahead and bring over the rest of these units. We can bring over an SCV too, sure.
Go ahead, HQ.
Let's bring these units down. We have a nice little staging point, and then we just have to push in, so let's see what's here. This shouldn't be a problem with our current group. Let's go. Just bring down these fellows. We have a few Wraiths. They're probably just going to run into missile turrets and die, so, I mean, I can hotkey them and try to strategically use them, but let's be straight. It's not going to be really effective, nor is it necessary. Look, when it's necessary, I can do it. But when it's not, I don't really care that much. Sort of the mantra for how I... Oh my god, really? I must have just missed. I must have just missed a spider mine there. That's too bad. All right, no problem. We still have enough, I think, down here to finish this up. Sarah Kerrigan, Jim Raynor, going to be doing really well. Go ahead and throw down a stem. Any other spider mines? There is one in the base. I would actually much rather take care of their production and just not forget that that's there. All right, this SCV, I prefer if it didn't die so that it can heal Jim Raynor. Let's move on up and just get rid of all of their air production. Okay, let's throw down a stem just to kind of get through this a little faster. Just to be fun, let's build a bunker. In case we need to fall back for whatever reason. Okay, we'll stop moving a little bit, get rid of the Goliath, and then we'll get rid of the spider mines as well. Hey, but really, get rid of... No! That's what I get. I thought I had moved away. I didn't move away. Let's bring some extra units down here. Sarah Kerrigan is under attack. You know what? This is why I built the bunker. So you know what? You get to watch Jay Barino be a little scrappy today because he was careless. I saw the spider mines, didn't do shit. All right, no problem. Just make more units, bring down the Wraiths. Everything will be great. That's what I get for being kind of smarmy earlier. Making fun of people who make fun of my play because I play really lazily sometimes. Well, most of the time, let's be honest. Probably just want to get a medic or two down here. I think I already have them queued up. Well, hey, we'll slowly but surely destroy this stuff. We can get the Wraiths in there. There's only a couple turrets up there. So, my doom was spider mines. I suppose I should have expected as much. All right, we have a fresh group of Marines on their way down. This should really help us finish this up. Hey, stop it. Stop it, SCV. Stop it, SCV. There we go. Let's get rid of this armory and factories that they can no longer make. Goliaths. There we go. There we go. Let's scan one more time. Any more spider mines? There was one sneaky spider mine that was just out of my range. I had scanned it earlier, I assume. And then there was one spider mine that I saw and was trying to move away from because I was trying to right-click it, and then I misclicked. So then I thought, oh shit, let's make sure we move away from it. And it was too late, and it unburrowed and killed pretty much my entire army. I don't know why I'm giving you the breakdown here, as if someone's just tuning in now. Tune in now, 30 minutes into Jay Barino's playthrough of Revolution. I don't know. Some people skip around videos, I suppose. Well, that's what happened. You missed it. You missed a hilarious failure by Jay Barino. Alrighty. I'm gonna just move in and destroy these missile turrets just, you know, because I'm expecting to carelessly fly over them with wraiths later. So there we go. Now we don't have to worry about it anymore. So let's just destroy their main buildings and see, just as a test, let's see if we can leave the supply depots. Though I suspect we have to destroy everything. I'm not sure. I vaguely recall being able to leave some supply depots. A moment of truth. Nope. Okay. Gotta do everything. Hey, let's check just in case. Spider mines? No spider mines. We'll be making sure that we check for those even more frequently in the future missions. Be a little more diligent and not misclick when we try to attack them. Alright, last building. Took a little longer on this mission than necessary, mostly because I lost a ton of wraiths and pretty much my entire Marine army. Rebel-controlled sector, Antigua Prime. Ah, that's eerie. Holy shit, that was an awesome end cutscene, because in the original, it didn't really show, at this point at least, what the Sons of Korhal were really capable of. They just sort of seemed like freedom fighters, and I think this was a cool little addition to this mission to make it clear what they're really up to. Alright, 41 poor souls lost to mines and Goliaths. Sorry, buddies. Alrighty, this has been Jay Barino. Thanks so much for watching. When we come back, we'll play through NORAD 2. We'll watch the cutscene before that mission. It fits a lot more in that order. I'll see you then. Bye now.